We're back. We made the trip from Florida. We spent spring break going to Florida for Disney. One thing we wanted to do is give our review of Harvest Host and why we think it's worthwhile getting a membership. So if you're not familiar with Harvest Host, they're actually a nationwide yearly membership, and you get access to all of the Harvest Hosts. What exactly is a Harvest Host? Well, a Harvest Host is a brewery, a distillery, a farm, a business, really anything that is, I like to call it mom and pop business, that is welcoming you to stay overnight in your self-contained camper. That could be a motorhome, a camper, a travel trailer. The really neat thing about Harvest Host is you can make a reservation and patronize the business and/or area. The reason why we wanted it is we knew we were going on this spring break trip. So of course we're not going to go from Wisconsin all the way down to Florida in a day. We're going to split this up. So the Harvest Host is perfect because we could do one night stays at every stop. Now, before I get to the trip details, this is Wiscamping, so it is Wisconsin related, right? We've actually used the Harvest Host to check out places in Wisconsin. So last year, we went up to Helene's Orchard up in Merrill, Wisconsin. We wanted to see the fall colors up in the Wausau area. Merrill is about 15-20 minutes north of Wausau. And instead of getting a campground, we decided to give Harvest Host a try. Helene's is part of the Harvest Host program. They were awesome. They basically invited us to use the whole area after business hours. So we went on a Saturday, parked the RV in the parking lot. We just went into the orchard for their fall festival. So they had so many different things for the kids. They had live music, they had food, they had drinks, they had their bakery that was open. Hundreds of people visit this place, so it was actually super busy that day. The cool thing is at 5 o'clock, all the customers left, and then it was just us. And the owners were super cool. They basically said, you have full access here. You know, you can go throughout the farm area, the sunflower patches. I mean, you can use it as if it was yours. Now, the weather didn't agree with us, but it was still awesome because we parked in anywhere we wanted to, found the most level area, put out the awning, and we made it a night camping. It was really cool because we actually went to a Sawmill Brewing in Merrill. We ate at the bowling alley, which had excellent food. We just went out and about. Before we even got it to Helene's, we went up to Rib Mountain, and I have some videos on our TikTok if you haven't seen them already. We went up to one of the highest points in Wisconsin. We got some really cool shots of the fall color. So that was our trip to Helene's, but we looked at this, we're like, this is so worth it because you can go and see these different areas or go into different cities that you've wanted to and stay a night and go around the area, the city, the town, the village, whatever it is. It's really cool because it gives you so much accessibility to the area and you don't have to drive all the way back home. You just stay at your Harvest Host. Now, the one thing with Harvest Host, they do ask you to patronize them. The rule of thumb is about $30, which again is going to be less than you're going to spend on a campsite. If you look at a yearly membership, you can find them anywhere from $70 to $90. They have different deals going on during holidays. But my suggestion to you, if you like camping and checking out new areas, get a Harvest Host membership. Even if you paid $80, $90 for it for 1 year, you'll get access to use the Harvest Host as many times as you want throughout that year. One night of camping these days is roughly about $80. It pays for itself over time. And granted, if you're going to visit these places anyway, you're probably going to spend anywhere from $20 to $50 at minimum. Our trip, if we take a look all the way down to Orlando, we split this up. So we left from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we left on a Thursday afternoon, and we wanted to stop in New Albany because there is a brewery there that it was a really cool name, Our Good Lady of Perpetual Hops. We went from Green Bay. We drove all the way down to New Albany. We got there at night, later than we wanted to, but we got inside the brewery. We got to patronize them. We got to meet the bar staff, Greg, awesome guy. They actually had some really cool attractions. They had a pinball league going on. NCAA March Madness was going on, so they actually stayed open later until the games were done. So I should say this. Their Harvest Host was in the cul-de-sac and plenty of space available for multiple campers that are Harvest Hosts. So we left bright and early the next morning. Our next round, which is actually at a winery in Sparks, Georgia. Now, we hit some major traffic delays. And unfortunately, we did not get to the winery on time. We had to cancel our Harvest Toast. That was a bummer. But Harvest Toast also has different partnerships with different campgrounds. We ended up finding a nearby campground. It was an RV pull-through, and we even got a discount because Harvest Toast give you a discount on your nightly stays. Woke up again the next morning, and we made our way the rest of the way to Orlando, Florida. So we got there. We made it. We stayed there for a week, and we left on Friday, which is a few days ago. And our plan was actually to get back to town in 2 trips. So we went from Orlando, and our next booked stay was at Middle Ground Brewing in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I had to ask him how to pronounce that name because we were way off. And actually, their Harvest Toast, they kept this. They give you this piece of paper to put in the windshield to let everyone know that you're a guest of their Harvest Toast. We got there once again late because we hit massive traffic delays in Orlando, in Atlanta, in Chattanooga. We hit a lot of traffic jams, and unfortunately, our plan was to be there probably 2 to 3 hours before they were closing, and we didn't get there until 15 minutes to close. So we didn't get to spend as much time there as we wanted to, but we had enough time to really patronize them. Really cool place, really cool staff that was there, really great building. Both of these breweries that we stayed at Harvest Toast, those buildings were ideal. Again, very level. It was a very safe spot. There was another Harvest Toast there, but because we got there late, I think they were sleeping. Can't help that. It was right off the highway. Made it super easy for us once again to wake up nice and bright and early, hit the fuel stop, get back on the road, and we made it all the way back home. That is our Harvest Toast experience. I wanted to share that with everybody because, again, I would highly encourage you, if you're a fan of camping, you like to camp, look at Harvest Toast. This video is not meant to give you all the details on everything. A membership for 1 year is like 1 night of camping at a campground, but now you get unlimited stays anywhere in the nation that they have. And the app is super easy to use, which I will go into detail really quickly on how our trip looked and share that with you. So if you have any questions, I would absolutely encourage you, post a comment. I think it's greatly worth the investment in Harvest Toast. You get to see different places. Even if you're not planning on traveling the United States, it's ideal for that, so you don't have to go into a Walmart or you don't have to go into a Cracker Barrel. There's nothing wrong with those places, but honestly, sometimes after a drive, you want to just go have a snack, have a bite to eat, maybe have a drink, maybe just look at something in terms of an attraction. But even if you aren't traveling, there are so many places in the state of Wisconsin that are Harvest Toast that it makes great sense. It gives you a great 1-night trip destination. You could even string multiple nights in an area. So it's a great program. If you are just hearing about it for the first time, check it out. I'll put some links on here as well. If you're a business and you're seeing this, realize that you can become a Harvest Toast too. There are so many different places that we've gone through in our travels and are very surprised that not a lot of them know that Harvest Toast is a thing. So I've actually told them about it. They think it's the coolest thing. Hopefully they'll pop up on the Harvest Toast list and then give some more options for any campers to go to. But that's Harvest Toast in a nutshell. At this point, we got the camper all cleaned out, the motorhome. We got back last night. We went from mid-80s and sunny all week in Florida. And actually our travels the whole time, great weather. Leaving where we were in Wisconsin, we had an icy motorhome leaving, and we got back to pouring rain, and actually all day today, I'm looking out the window right now, it's cold, it's blustery, it's rainy. I kind of didn't make well on the promise to say we'd bring warm weather back, but soon enough. Campsites, campgrounds are opening. April's getting closer. I'm getting excited for our trips to begin. Keep on the lookout for the different things that we're going to have this summer with Wiscamping to give you more campground reviews, more 360 videos, maybe even some more interviews, different products that we find very useful and helpful. We have a lot more in store for you. If you like this, share it, like it, subscribe to it. Everything you can do to give us more visibility is greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you soon.